Welcome to Keyframers, the animated collaborative coding live stream where we bring imaginative user interfaces to life. I'm your host, Stephen Shaw, but you may know me as @Shaw.
And I'm your host, David Khourshid, also known as @DavidKPNO.
Together we are coding compadres, animation amigos, Boolean buddies, and keyframe companions.
Yeah, we'll be creating an animation from scratch live using HTML, CSS, and a little bit of JavaScript today. Actually, no JavaScript.
This show is made possible by your support. You can pledge at patreon.com/keyframers or hit the like and subscribe buttons around our heads now. And additional links are available below.
Yeah, and of course, go in the comments, go in the chat, ask us anything. We will answer it. We promise.
AMA.
Mm-hmm. AUA.
Yes.
ATKA. Ask the Keyframers. Anything.
Yes. Let me make some adjustments real quick here. Talk a little bit about what we're doing today, David.
So interestingly enough, there's a brand new, well, it's actually not a brand new CSS property. It's been supported for a while. It's called Backdrop Filter. And I saw this really, really cool tweet that I'm going to post in the comments, if I could find it at least.
The tweet?
Yes. So
yeah, I got that.
Basically, Chrome now supports CSS backdrop filters, which is really cool because a lot of people have been asking, me over, the last year, and I'm sure you too, how do you get that frosted glass effect? And before, it's not that it wasn't possible, it's that you needed to know the background in advance. And that's simply untenable because, your background might contain many different things. You might have different elements behind there. It might be moving around. You can't really predict what your background is going to be. So it was only workable if you knew exactly what your background was. And then you do this tricky little thing where you have a blurred version of your background and a unblurred version, and you stack those both on top of each other. But now, with this CSS property, you don't have to do that. You could simply use this backdrop filter and have those blurry backgrounds.
That's right. And let's see, Firefox has supported it for a little while now, right?
Yeah, and Safari, of course, too, just because they're the ones who pioneered the whole blurry background thing. Wow. Okay, so supports, we have Safari with the WebKit prefix. We have Chrome and Edge as well. And the reason it's supporting Edge is because Edge uses Chromium under the hood.
Nice.
Mobile browsers, yeah, you're not going to find much there, except for iOS Safari. So all we care about really is iOS Safari and Chrome because, yeah, I don't care. Do you care about any others?
I don't think.
Here's why I say I don't care. I know it sounds insensitive, but I don't care in the sense of, if someone doesn't see an animation that they didn't know was there, nothing is really lost.
Right.
If you want your apps and your designs to be functional first and then pretty.
If a tree falls in the forest, was it animated?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So we kind of picked a different sort of animation that's not strictly, let me see, my tabs are all messed up here. So there's a lot of 3D elements happening here, but we're mainly concerned about the intro of it. So let me skip back. Nope, no audio. And the new dribble setup is not very friendly. Anyway, this is Clean Motion Design Language by Gleb. Gleb K. And yeah, did you see that intro there? That's pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try and full screen that. See if I can actually use the controls here. So we've got this kind of sliding door effect happening, and then like an elevator / loader kind of deal.
Yeah, so and I think that's what we're going to want to capture is just that over there.
Right. That's the essence we're going for. So, yeah. So there's that's enough for us to get started. Want to get into the code?
Yeah, let's get to it. So let's see. We have our background. You know what? We're gonna make this real simple. We have a loader component, right? And I added my all my typical David flavored CSS over there, just so I could get in before Shaw yells at me. So yeah,
I'll allow it. I'll allow it for
right.
now.
I mean, it doesn't really matter for this example, but so what I'm thinking is we're going to have this loader, and it's going to have, we could even use before and after elements, because now we're not really concerned with where the elements are, where the background is. It's a backdrop filter. At least I believe so. Am I wrong?
Say that again.
So it's basically any element that's on top. We apply that backdrop filter, and it's just going to work.
I believe so. That's my impression of it. We'll find out as we dig in here.
Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to do our fancy loader animation, and I'll devise a way to do that. So get started.
Yeah. All right. While you're doing that, I'm gonna try and find us a fancy image that'll work well for this.
Yes.
So yeah,
So the Blitz in the asks if it's okay to ask. There's can't really find a nice way to reverse animations in CSS. So how would you do like the reverse of opening a side menu? There's a couple of ways. You could do animation direction, and you could have that be, I think it's reverse, but I might be wrong. I know there's like animation normal, reverse, alternate, and alternate reverse. So you could use the exact same animation for, let's say, opening a panel, and you could just apply animation direction reverse to that animation and have it just do the opposite. So
yeah, you can also just use transition in a lot of cases.
mm-hmm.
If that's an option, like when you're doing a sliding panel, you're transitioning from one state to another. So that is usually best to use just transition and then the properties. And then, whenever the class toggles or whatever the data state property toggles, it'll just transition smoothly from being off to the side to back in. That's usually how I approach it, just because animations can be really finicky when, especially if they're interrupted, or if you're trying to like do the reverse kind of idea, like mentioned.
Right.
That's my preference there.
Yeah. So at first, you should always try to do transition. That's going to be your simplest avenue, and you're going to find that most app transitions, it doesn't even matter how complex they are, they will fit under this transition umbrella. It's only when you need to get into more complex timeline-based animations that you would use keyframe animations. But most of our pens actually just use transition animations, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always lean that way. Just makes things a little simpler.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what you got cooking up there, David?
I'm trying to remember how we did the whole counter thing. We did it in a few examples. I'm thinking if I doing something silly here. How do you wrap it again? Right. No. Basically, I want this to wrap. Oh, it's not wrapping. Yeah, I'll have to dig in the archives for this one. But basically, I want the numbers to border the.
You gotta add a display here.
Oh, geez, yeah. So we have that display in line block. There we go. So now we don't really. No, we still need that one. Don't need that one either. We have 0, 1. That's going to overflow just fine. No, it won't. Okay. Maybe you do need that. And then so we're going to do the same thing for after, and this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so these are just going to slide in place, and that's going to be the counterpart of the application. So the other part is going to be on the loader itself, which if you want to do that, Shaw, I could do this whole counter bit.
Yeah, let me get a nice background image in place here.
Do you have one? What's it of?
It's abstract.
Is it a weird ball? Because I think that's what we're expecting, just a really nice weird ball.
You know, I tried to go that route, but abandoned. Let's see here. Let me see. I'll look for a ball. But let's see, background size cover. Here we go. Right,
nice, psychedelic, beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, so this loader count, this loader we could like just do a display flex, justify content center. But I sort of want to align items flex start. Nope. Oh wait. Flex direction row.
You're gonna want to add that in here.
Oh, you're right. Jeez. Well, all right. Regardless, that's still in the center. So yeah, we can align item center. And so that loader count is going to be right in the middle. Display flex, align items. So, flex direction row, and then it's going to be justify constant flex start. So that's going to make them go to the top, which are not. You know what? We don't even need flex. Why are we thinking about flex?
Let's say so.
Oh wait, you know what? Wait, no. Actually, yes. Because we want the loader to be a specific like width, I guess. I don't know. There's many different ways we could do this.
So that this will just be for the numbers, correct? Not the panels?
Yeah, just for the numbers. The panels you could do however you want.
Okay.
So, okay, cool. So I have that in there. And then these are each going to have like a... Actually, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, sorry, we have the link over there to the symbol board. By the way, if you're just joining us now, we're only doing the first part of this animation because, of course, we're trying to highlight two things. First, the counter animation, and secondly, the frosted glass effect, I guess you could call it.
Did you remove my background? Why is that not showing up anymore?
I did no such thing.
Is it still showing up for you?
No.
Weird. Let me.
It wasn't me.
I don't believe you.
That's okay. And then, so this before could be. Will that work? Yes, that'll work. Perfect. Okay. Cool. So we can make this loader. Let's see. Outline 2 pixels solid. It's going to give us a nice black outline, and we can give it a height of, let's say, I'm giving the font size like 5 rems.
Does this need to be on loader count?
Nope.
No.
No, because so what? Oh, wait. Yes, it does. Dang it. Okay, and then with like, whoa.
What?
Okay, don't worry.
Because
I got
you
this.
have position absolute. They don't.
I got this. I am a professional. There we go. You saw nothing.
In the chat, Blitz asks, is there any reason why you would use rem instead of m? Rem gives you a constant unit that you can count on being the same size. That's also easily adjustable.
It gives you a constant feeling of satisfaction as well.
The M is going to vary depending on whatever the ancestor tree of that element is and the font size set there. So that can be problematic. So we try to use rem where possible. I am fine using M's overall. They are helpful in a lot of situations, especially when you want to have a component that, say, varies its size based on if it's in the sidebar or if it's in the footer or if it's mixed in with the content. I typically will, kind of have the overall main component, like sidebar or footer or whatever, determine the font size based on rem, and then the smaller widgets or components within that setting their size based on m. So, hey, nice.
Yeah, it's overshooting, but that's okay.
That's all right. Let's see. Are you just
doing
that. Transform? Where's the keyframes for it? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. We're using Sass. Just nest it in here.
Oh.
So, let's see. We'll do line height.
Oops.
Let's see. Line height 6 rem.
Oh, are you doing it to 6 rem?
For the line, well, I guess line height should be 5.
Yeah. And oh, I forgot to add another 0 there, didn't I? Unless we want to go to 19. Okay, here we go. That is beautiful. Boom. Yep. Get the sound effects in there. Let me put a font size on the as a CSS variable. I'm going to make it like 7 rem or something. I want this to be big, So have that be there. Size.
Let's see.
Oh, what happened? Oh, do we have a 5 rem somewhere?
Well, the position absolute I was trying to remove, but apparently that's required.
Necessary, yeah.
Why?
Because I said so. Well, because I'm doing the left and right positioning for those.
Yeah, I was just gonna have it.
Yeah, it works.
Sure,
it totally works. So there we go. We have a nice simple counting effect. So the Blitz says, I once tried a popular Vue plugin at work, and they used rem for all the font sizes. This did not work well, in his opinion, or hers. Whoever you are, the Blitz, as we had to change the page font size in order to change the size of the counter. Yes, that's how it's supposed to work. Basically, you have one base font size. That's the points of rem. And you use that font size to determine the font sizes, the relative font sizes of all of your other components. Because if your user wants to increase the font size on the web page, then they should be able to do like a command plus, command minus, control plus minus, and change that font size and have all the other font sizes reflect that changed font size. Yeah, if you want to use a different font size for calendar, then you would specify, I guess, pixels or something. Or you could use M's. No one's telling you that you're not allowed to use M's and Rems. And I have even done so because...
I've won you over.
Yeah, I've done it. It's useful sometimes.
We've all been there.
I reluctantly admit it. So...
I think the combination of the two is really great because you've got the constant font size with rem, and you've got kind of a relative font size with M that if you set the base font with rem, then you use M's for all the other ones, and then it's just one place that you have to change that. So like if you had your counter element, and then a base font size set on that with rem. You could also, add a large class or something like that would adjust the font size based on rem, and you wouldn't have to go through each and every child of that to adjust the rem font sizes if they're set with M. That's a lot of M and rem to verbally say, so sorry about that. It's not.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a popular topic, and I don't think there's any right answer to it, except Rems. Other than that, there's no right answer. I'm kidding. I'm team whatever works for the team.
Okay, adjusting things. Go. Yeah, the important part is agreeing on what's best for your team.
Check that out.
There we go.
How you like them font sizes?
All right, that's working.
Or them font families. All right, let's kill some outlines over. Whoa! I just discovered.
What did you discover?
All right, if you do outline 2 pixels solid,
mm-hmm.
This would make really good trivia. But if you do outline 2 pixels solid, it takes the current color. It doesn't default to black. It defaults to the current color.
That's right. Did you know Border does the same?
Quit showing off, but I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's actually super handy. If, for example, like you want the standard like outlined button look, just don't specify the border color. Let it inherit the font color, and then it's already got the border appropriate to whatever the background is, because you've set that with.
Yeah, I feel like I knew that, but maybe I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have our cool counter in here, but you know what? It's sort of hard to see that white text. I think we need some frosted panels to make that a little bit more clear.
Yes. Find us a centered image with an orb in it. I'm not having any luck on a decent one. Unsplash is always my go-to, but I'll start getting some panels.
All right. Well, I will search for the elusive orbed image.
Yeah, I like this bowling ball. It's not centered. Come on, man. Oh, well, that might actually be just background position. Hey, let's try that. Hey, there we go. All right, so we got a bowling ball if we want that, but feel free to find a better one.
I will. I'm sort of in this mood now. I'm looking for psychedelic orbs for some reason.
Flex. All right, so what we're gonna do here is loader panel.
Does it have to be a ball? Doesn't have to be a ball.
No, it doesn't have to.
Okay.
If you find something good, go for it. All right, so loader panels, got that. I've got it positioned absolute, so it's going to be over everything. Loader panel. These will be, let's do border, solid pixels, and that's going to inherit the current color. We'll do flex, and we should get a nice even split screen there, and just a few lines of code. And then I've got left and right here to just help with the animation. First and last child would also work, but I like being a little bit more explicit with that. So the loader panel, we'll nest it a little bit here. So we'll do animation, slide in, and then let's see, let's just say 1 second for now, linear. Ooh, is that an eyeball? A robot
No, it's
eye?
not. It's actually architectural. This is a building, believe it or not. Pretty cool, huh?
I dig it. Okay, so animation slide in, and so we'll do keyframes, slide in, to transform, translate, x, 0, or transform none, but I don't trust it. And then what we'll do is and left, transform, translate x, negative 100%, and right, transform, translate x, 100%. I could also use a CSS variable there, but would have. Don't know why our borders are disappearing at that point. None. Oh, because I need to do forwards. Animation fill mode will mess with you. If you're not careful. All right, so we'll do. Let's see. So what is the syntax for backdrop?
That's a good question.
Backdrop filter. Let's just see if this works right off the bat. Backdrop filter, blur, 20 pixels. Okay, it's not immediately working. Let's see if just loader panels filter. Let's try a different one. Backdrop filter, grayscale, 50%. Okay, that's not working. Any idea what's happening there? Does it need to be prefixed still? Nothing. Okay.
That's so weird. Totally forgot about that. Sorry. All right. So where are you right now?
I am line 90-ish, line 80, 85.
Okay. Let's take a look. So backdrop filter blur, not working. And we have it on the loader panels. Okay. What if we do a background image on the loader? Oh wait, no. So we do have a background image on the loader.
Right.
So what did we have, or what did they have in the original animation with backdrop filter?
So let's see. Looking at MDN real quick to see if that example even works.
See, good coders code, great coders steal code. So that's what we're going to do.
It's hard to tell if it's even working in MDN because the images they're all using are very low res.
I hope it's not. Well, if we found a tricky bug where it's like it only works for low res stuff.
I don't think that's the case.
All right, well, I see in the CSS that there's no filter or anything even being applied to
Okay,
the...
is it behind a flag then?
Hold on. All right, so we have loader panels. Do you maybe want to do it on each of the loader panels? Like you
Well,
have
sure. I tried it there, but I moved it up to the parent just to see, and it doesn't work on either. Chrome.
Okay, well, here, let's take a
filter.
look there. Background. Oh, geez.
Let me see. Just doing some research here.
Oh, preview died for me. Okay, we're back. With no background filter.
Yeah, so I feel like maybe I think we were maybe lied to. Let's see.
What are we? Oh, do you have the latest Chrome?
I should see.
Do we need to open Safari for this?
I hope not.
All right, so my version of Chrome is... this is some really cutting edge stuff. But my version of Chrome is 75, not 76.
Yeah, that's what I'm on as well. Is it
You're on
76?
75? It's only 76.
Okay. All right. So...
Well, we got played. That's okay, because we could open this on Safari for now.
Well, is 76 out?
Should be.
Okay. Well, yeah, just let me see.
Oh yeah, update your entire browser. What could go wrong?
Midstream. Yeah, this is fine.
Yeah, you know what? It says my browser can be updated. I just have to relaunch. So I'm very scared to do that.
Yeah, don't worry. Things are fine. Everything's fine.
Also, wait. So Marius says that it's currently guarded by the Enable Experimental Web Platform Features flag in Chrome. So if you go to Chrome //flags, then we should be able to find the let's see what it's called again. Enable experimental web platform features. So if we, mine's disabled. So if I enable it, I have to relaunch anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there we go. Let's see what happens.
All right, let me make sure the update. Yeah, the update's still running for me. So fun stuff. So what I'm gonna do is just Nope. Here we go. Ready to relaunch. So relaunching. Oh goodness.
Nothing?
Just waiting for it to come back. Oh, cool. Okay.
Was that good? Oh, cool.
It was blank for a moment. So that was
fun.
A little scary.
All right. Well, I'm still not getting the backdrop filter. But
I don't see anything either. Let me see.
Different problem.
Experimental web.
You have two. You have a blur and you have a grayscale.
Right. I was just trying grayscale because the blur.
And grayscale's not even working.
Right.
Okay. Let's dive into this backdrop filter. All right. So the backdrop filter, not one that we've really used. It applies to everything behind the elements. Okay.
Right. So it should. We should be good to go. Panels. So the backdrop filter isn't like crossed out. It is there.
Right. I'm going to start applying this to just a bunch of things and seeing what sticks. Nope. Not loader panel. Didn't work. Well, what about this? No, not that either. How about our actual body? No, not that either. Where does it go? Okay, so background URL, and so it's on the display at top 0. Whatever. I'm just gonna make it a square. See what happens.
The examples here work for you guys. Let me see. Yeah, that's not even working for me. Let me see. Settings. Yep, up to date on Chrome.
All right, yeah, so it works here. I have a code pen for you, and this one is straight from Mozilla. So right over here, this one looks like it works, which is crazy. So let's go ahead and add that WebKit backdrop.
That's not an actual link, or that's not a proper link.
You're not a proper link, jeez. Oh wait, that's not a proper link.
Yeah, none of those examples are working.
All right. Okay, I could have sworn.
Yeah, it's only been added in Chrome 76, but I'm on Chrome 76. Maybe it's just like another minor version.
All right, now this totally should work because I see it literally right now, and I'm going to go ahead and make a private pen for this. I don't know why I'm making it private, but here we go. But yes, Nexi, it's only recently been added in Chrome 76. It's been in Safari for a while. Okay, Firefox, I don't think has any signals yet.
Yeah, that's working.
It's still not available in Firefox, but that's fine. So if you look at the pen I posted, it's working fine.
Well, do you need like a background color? Is that maybe what we're doing wrong?
That might be it. That might be the winning ticket right there.
GBA 255.
Just do whites. No, why are you are typing so much?
0 point. Because if it's white, you're not going to see anything.
No, but you could do this.
Yeah.
The power sass. Okay, fine. We will do the anti-sass way.
All right, let's try blur again. Hey, there we go. Okay.
Okay.
So we figured out the limitation.
Okay.
It needs a background color.
Yeah, that's important. So now we want this background or backdrop filter on the actual panels, right?
Right.
Not on. Okay, cool. Oh my god. Man.
Are you having some rough performance? Because I'm struggling.
All right, so Nexi says it shouldn't need a background color, but that doesn't really make sense because in order for the filter to apply, you sort of do need a background color.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the deal is there.
Yeah, so that's fine. That's a perfectly fine.
Right. I think even if we do a completely transparent background, it's fine.
I wouldn't even call it a limitation.
Bless you.
Ah, man. I'm allergic to limitations. Sorry.
Let's see, let me take out my borders here. Right. Back at that.
Yep. We need our easing. Where's our easing? 5, 1. Although it should probably be. No, yeah, that's fine. 0.51, so we could just use
see that. Nexi in the chat saying to see the effect, you must make the element or its background at least partially transparent.
Uh-huh.
So
look at you reading the spec.
Now we know.
These are important things to do.
Okay. We can remove this. We can remove this. We can say other panel position absolute. Take off.
Whoa.
Don't worry about it. And then do back to 0, 0. That's 50%.
Oh, let's have duration as well. Duration 5 seconds, just fine. And we also want a sort of a fade in type of thing.
Yeah.
Frames fade in, just because, yeah, it's going to be the simplest right now.
All right. So what do you got? What do you got going on, David?
Just something real simple. Just fading it in like right when the sliders come in, but it's not really working. Interestingly enough. Oh, it's because that fade in should probably go on here. Animation fade in, fade in, fade in. And I broke the CSS, but it's going to be unbroken very soon. Oh, fades in quite fast. Which, I mean, I guess it's expected, but. And then we should probably have like an animation delay here. So the duration, I'm just CSS variabling things there. Duration. All right, cool. So it's going to fade in very slowly, way too slow. Okay, let's have that be 5 seconds.
Where are you?
I'm over here, so fade in there, delay. So that fades in for the delay. So this is the delay before the numbers start counting down, because we want it to slide in first, and then we want it to start counting.
Yeah.
So yeah, it does that. And so our sliding panels, where's our panels? So animation duration, let's have that.
So there's the overall animation speed right here, up on 107.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you'll notice, I'm doing multiple lines happening, basically.
Oh yeah, can you make them go smoothly in?
I'm sorry?
Here, I'll do it. So, like just, yeah. You see that?
Mm-hmm. Oops.
All right, so you have it sliding in after 1 second. So I could just change the delay variable to 1 second, and we are good. Right.
Let me see. Var delay.
See, both. Okay, yes, they do both. They do both.
I'm having some bad performance here, so sorry if everything feels choppy.
Looks good to me.
Okay. All right, let's go. There's the actual animation. Here we go.
should make those numbers bigger.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. My goodness, Dribble.
Well, what's happening to Dribble? Are you trying to...
I'm just trying to do anything with it.
Yeah, they definitely changed a lot.
Yeah, just since this animation is so long, you're trying to just look at the beginning of it. All right,
and you can't get to the scrubber. So what you could do is you could right-click, and then you could just open the video in a separate window.
Yeah, that's what I ended up with. So let's say... Marius asks in the chat, do you ever use GSAP in your examples? We have not so far.
But we might in a future episode.
Right, I think we'll probably get around to it.
We'll get around to it, and some of the other libraries as well. There's plenty out there.
All right, let's see here.
So where are you tweaking right now?
I'm still down at the panels here. Just trying to play with the way the other ones come in. It feels like they're not coming in much slower. Oh, animate. Okay, that's part of the problem. Animation. That's not working, is it? Let's see. Trying to inspect something real quick. Don't do any updates.
Okay.
Animation duration.
No touching.
No touching. Okay, the duration is correct. Delay. Let's do that and that. And two. Yeah, it's just like the those lines are coming in really rapidly, and I want them to be a little more delayed.
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts there?
No, not entirely sure.
Okay, animation here, animation delay. I like all that.
Oh, you mean like for them to sort of stagger?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you could do, get rid of the animation delay. Just get rid of it.
Sure. I've been trying to do it with just animation duration. And it is not...
get that out of there. So animation duration, we're going to just multiply it by like 2, 3, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Oh, and it's not working?
Yeah, come down to line 122 or something.
Yeah, I see you. So
animation fill mode.
Yeah, that should work. Does it just come in too fast?
Yeah, it's just like it's coming in pretty much right away.
Fixed it. Wow, no, you know what? Something's overriding it or something. So we have, let's see, slide in, var, delay, both cubic desi, okay.
Right, and it's inheriting that animation, it's inheriting the transform.
To transform non-image duration cap var, delay times 4. No, it's still coming in at the same speed.
Right.
So something.
But if you inspect it, like the calculation for it seems correct, like the computed property.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't change anything. Let me inspect just to be sure. All right, so loader panel left. We've got a before. It's got the animation duration of like 10 seconds. Is it just our easing is too much?
Yeah, maybe you want to tweak the easing. That might help. So Morris asks in the chat, do you guys go into these challenges blind, or what sort of prep is involved? We do go into it blind, yeah. And in fact, this episode was pretty much chosen just a few hours ago. And we're like, hey, this looks cool. We should do this. And it's just like, okay. And so we don't really do any prep work. We just like, that looks cool. Let's try it out.
Yeah, we like a little bit of a raw feel with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So next he says, you haven't registered the CSS Variables syntax with Houdini.
Where's your... The delay is already set as 1 second, so it's fine. Using that variable is fine. The value itself is fine. Let me see.
Yeah. So what happens if you replace the delay with an actual hard-coded number?
It's still just like it's coming in the same. Let's see. Let me
oh, you know, actually, never mind. You know what it could be? The fact that before and after are right on the same thing that's being animated in. So that could affect it.
Yeah, but they're also being translated the same way. Like the animation itself is working. It's
right,
just
but even if it's not moving at all, it's still moving. That makes sense. So let me try something. We have this slide in that goes to transform none. I'm going to make a slide in inner that goes from to transform none, but at 50% it sort of works against the grain or against the current, and it does transform. It's supposed to transform the other way. Whatever. Let's try this. It's probably wrong, but oh wait, I have to actually add it to the things. So this is going to be inner.
Nope.
Side in there.
In.
So that didn't do anything. Did it? Oh wait, I'm an idiot. There you go.
I don't know what's happening.
It's beautiful. It's art. Oh, because we have that duration changed over there. So
yeah, there's duration and all
right.
that.
So here, let's take a look at it. Whoa, something's tricky. Something tricky's happening. Whoa. Oh my god. No, that's not going to work.
These that value is not what we want at all for the animation. We have to have a separate one for left and right, or use a CSS variable.
Yeah.
For that. So that's part of what's odd about it now. I don't understand what the issue is with.
I got another idea. Just because we want a nice simple effect. Let's see, before, after, get rid of all these animation. No, do we need that? Just clean up things a little. And so we have this one, sliding delay. So these are going to come in after the.
Really do not understand why my computer is dying right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, so this is the same thing as the nested. We've done this in a couple episodes where we have like two opposing transition or transform animations. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, honestly, I think we're trying to complicate things by making things simpler, if that makes sense. And the reason I say that is because we're trying to apply the same animation for both sliding into the left and sliding into the right. And so instead, we could, we could have this be separate. So this should be from right and to X. Oops. Makes sense. All right, so the after will be sliding from right?
oh my goodness, my computer is dying.
Slide in from
so this will be yes, but that'll be animation name slide in from.
All right, now it's just going all over the place.
Okay, yeah, I'm adjusting things. Okay, so both, so no, that and that do not. So we'll do animation name inherit, because both the before and after are moving the same. We want them to move the same direction. It's just a matter of the. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, yeah, that works.
Kind of.
So now we just need to adjust the delay.
Right. Which we'll do down here in the before and after is what we want.
I just did it.
Well, we want a different one for the before and after because these are two separate lines coming in, basically. Animation delay. Yeah.
And this one, like, we'll do a harmonic type of thing. There we go.
This we'll probably want that just a little more delayed.
All right, fair enough.
See. All right. Where do all the lines come from? Yo, no say. No, we don't want divided. We want it longer, David. We want it longer.
All right, fine. All right, now we're just juggling numbers here.
Yeah. Let's see. Divided by 2, and then just animation delay. Something like that.
Yeah.
Hey.
Nexi for subscribing for 2 months in a row. That's almost 3 months.
That is awesome. Thank you so much, Nexi. And by the way, if you have Amazon Prime, you can be a Twitch Prime subscriber to our channel at no cost to you. Just click that subscribe button, and it will give you some options there. If your Amazon account and your Twitch account are linked, then you can just select Twitch Prime, and that's awesome. All right, so let's see. All right, anything else we want to implement on this one?
I think we're pretty good here.
Okay, let's. Oh my goodness, I'm having so many issues.
Oops, I just slowed down the. There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 0%, 50% here, and 100%. goodness, this is so choppy. But that's just my computer from streaming and recording and all of this. It was fine until we restarted Chrome. Just doesn't like it.
But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
All right. Anything else on this one, or should we keyflect?
Let's keyflex.
All right. Let's get into it. So we're now moving into Keyflections. Quick review of the techniques we use to build this animation. If you have any questions, now's a great time to ask in the chat or leave a comment below, and we'll be happy to answer.
Also, if you've enjoyed watching us, you could follow and subscribe here, just like some of you in the chat have done on Twitch or YouTube, or you could pledge at patreon.com/keyframers, and links are available below.
That's right. All right. So today's animation is based off of Clean Motion Design Language by Gleb K on Dribble here. There's a lot of 3D elements and other things happening with this one. We are mainly focused on this this kind of intro portion with that nice little loader, and yeah, some cool effects there. And one of the one of the main focuses here was to showcase the new backdrop filter, which we figured out some limitations for and everything. Let me add a quick click to rerun while David, you do some talking here. This is breaking our Node.js rule, but this is just to rerun the animation. This is not for the actual animation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I can talk a little bit about first how the countdown works. You see this effect in a lot of places, and it's actually not too tricky to implement. All you have to do is use a before and after pseudo elements, and you literally type all the numbers in. Well, for the tens over here, we're typing 0 through 1, and then for the ones place, we type 0 through 9. And so you could just think of it as a long strip of numbers where it's going 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we are animating that strip up. And so you could see it's going from 0 all the way up to 9, and then past 9, and then to 0.
And if we take off overflow hidden, you can see that.
Yeah.
The sausage being churned through the sausage churner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see how the sausage is made. One tricky thing about this that I discovered, though, is animating from 0 to 1. I want it to be in line with the 9, right? So when 9 goes to 0, it goes from 0 to 1 in the tens place. But I naively thought that I could just do like from to 90%, do nothing, and then 90% to 100, but it doesn't work that way. And it doesn't work that way because we're using easing. And so when you use easing, depending on which easing you use, you're not going to have an even distribution of the keyframes. So in this case, I had to move that down to 50%, some other percent. So anyway, just play around with those values when you're using an easing. And you get a cool effect just like that. And we do have other episodes, which we will link to afterwards, showing other ways that we have implemented this counting effect.
Yes. So that's the counter. The panels themselves are where we're playing with the backdrop filter. One limitation we found here. So these are just overlaying their width 50% and position absolute over it, and I just have the left and right classes helping determine which goes where. We found out that backdrop filter will not work unless there's some kind of background, transparent background being set. So you could set this all the way transparent and it still works, but for some reason it does not work unless that's there. So
I think it makes sense. The more I think about it, the more it makes sense, because if you have a perfectly clear piece of glass, then you're not going to get any sort of effect. So it needs to be translucent, not transparent, if that makes sense.
Sure. And just playing with some values there. It's kind of cool. So yes, the animation happening there is actually specified down here. So we just have slide in from left, transform, translate x -100%, and then slide in from right, translate x 100%. So they're just coming in from the opposite sides into place. And then the pseudo elements here are just the same width and height and everything as the element itself, and it's inheriting a lot of those same properties. So like the same border is being applied there, and that's what causes those additional lines in the kind of overlaid background there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, there's some fun numbers we can play with to get it. But yeah, any other little pieces?
We just did what we always do: put our animation variables and other variables up in the roots so that we could use those variables everywhere. Very, very important thing to do, especially when you're creating a complex UI. You don't want to have magic numbers everywhere.
Just in one place.
Mm-hmm.
Just isolate that magic.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, those are the values up top we're using, and that's basically it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
All right, you have been watching Keyframers. Thank you so much for joining us. If you have enjoyed this episode and would like to see more from David and I, there are many ways you can support us. You can pledge at patreon.com/keyframers to support us each month. We have some cool rewards coming up for patrons, so please go ahead and do that so you can get on the gravy train early. You can also like and subscribe at youtube.com/keyframers, where we'll have this episode and all of our past episodes available. And of course, subscribing and participating here on Twitch is very helpful. So thank you all for joining us live, and if not, join us Mondays.
Mm-hmm. And so that we don't pick a new animation challenge like 2 hours before we actually do the thing, we do accept submissions for future episodes. So tweet at Keyframers with any animations you would like to see made. And of course, you could also ask questions or present challenges to us that we will try to answer on the air. So share this video, share this demo, and thank you for joining us.
Yes. And next week, I think, is going to be a little bit different. We have a kind of collab episode we're working on, so stay tuned at twitter.com/keyframers for some details on that, and the time will likely be a little bit different as well. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and we're excited about that. It'll be quite fun. So until next time, adios and amigos.
Adios.